Every single day is a gift, but here's the truth. Not everyone unwraps it. Some leave it sitting there, sealed, collecting dust, while others tear it open with excitement, knowing it's their opportunity to grow, to serve, to become better than they were yesterday. You don't stumble into success. You don't wake up accidentally fulfilled. You work on yourself daily. And if you want your life to shift, your habits must shift first. That's why I want to share with you 10 things you must work on every single day. Work on your mindset. Your mind is the control center of your life. Before your hands ever move, before your feet ever take a step, before a single word ever leaves your mouth, it all begins in your thoughts. If you win in your mind, you can win anywhere. If you lose in your mind, no amount of talent, resources, or opportunity will make a lasting difference. That's why working on your mindset every day isn't optional. It's essential. Every morning when you wake up, something powerful happens. You get to choose how you will see the world. Will you see it as a battlefield where you are already defeated? Or will you see it as a place where you are equipped, prepared, and destined to overcome? That choice, made in those first few moments, can shape the entire day ahead. The truth is, life will not always hand you pleasant circumstances. You'll face days when nothing seems to go your way. People may disappoint you, opportunities may slip through your fingers, and you may feel like the ground under you is shaking. But here's the secret: your mindset can remain unshaken even when your circumstances are unstable. A strong mindset is like a fortress. It protects your purpose from being stolen by negativity, fear, and doubt. But building that fortress doesn't happen once. It happens daily. Just like you wouldn't eat one healthy meal and expect to be strong for the rest of your life, you can't expect one good thought to sustain you forever. Your mind is constantly under the influence of what you feed it. Every conversation, every headline, every social media post you scroll past, it all plants seeds. Some seeds are of faith, courage, and hope. Others are of fear, anger, and discouragement. The seeds you water daily will grow. So, working on your mindset starts with guarding it. You wouldn't leave the doors to your house wide open for anyone to walk in. So why leave the doors of your mind open to every toxic thought, every negative opinion, every lie about your worth? You must filter what enters. Be intentional about the voices you listen to, the words you read, the environments you place yourself in. If it doesn't feed your growth, it's feeding your weakness. But guarding your mind is only half the work. You must also fill it with what will strengthen you. That means speaking life over yourself when no one else does. It means choosing to see possibilities where others see dead ends. It means replacing the "I can't" with "I will," the "I'm not enough" with "I am equipped." The power of your words shapes the reality of your thoughts, and the reality of your thoughts shapes the reality of your life. And let's be honest, this isn't always easy. Some mornings you'll wake up and the weight of yesterday will still be on your shoulders. Your mind will want to replay failures, mistakes, and rejections. But that's exactly why you must make the decision to take control. You can't always control the thoughts that try to enter, but you can control the thoughts you allow to stay. You can say, "No, I will not meditate on defeat. I will not agree with fear. I will not rehearse pain. I will focus on what builds me." It's like training a muscle. The first time you try to lift a weight, it feels heavy, your arms may shake, and you may think you can't do it. But if you keep showing up, day after day, you grow stronger. Mindset works the same way. At first, replacing negative thoughts with positive, faith-filled ones will feel like a battle. But over time, it becomes a habit, and habits build character. The truth is, your mindset determines the ceiling of your life. You can't live a victorious life with a defeated mind. And you can't walk into your destiny carrying thoughts that keep you chained to your past. Every day, you have to decide, will my thoughts lift me higher, or will they weigh me down? Will my mindset push me toward my purpose, or will it pull me away from it? Because here's what I know: when you work on your mindset every single day, life may not get easier, but you will get stronger. Work on your spirit. You are more than flesh and blood. You are more than what you see in the mirror. Deep inside, you are a spirit, the very core of who you are, living in a body with a mind to think and choose. And while your body needs food and your mind needs knowledge, your spirit needs nourishment even more. If your spirit is weak, life will crush you. But when your spirit is strong, nothing in this world can hold you down for long. Your spirit is the engine that drives your courage, your hope, and your resilience. It's where your deepest convictions lie. It's where the quiet voice inside says, "Keep going," when the rest of the world tells you to quit. But here's the reality: that inner strength doesn't magically appear. Just like a lamp needs oil to keep burning, your spirit needs to be refilled daily. Too many people try to fight life's battles on an empty tank. They run on adrenaline, willpower, or human wisdom alone, and they wonder why they feel burned out, anxious, and overwhelmed. You cannot fight spiritual battles with physical strength. You cannot overcome deep fears, crushing discouragement, or impossible odds without a spirit anchored in something unshakable. That's why you must make time every day to feed your spirit with truth, light, and life. Set aside moments to be still, to pray, to reflect, to listen for wisdom that is greater than your own. Open your heart to the one who created you, who knows the path before you, who sees the end from the beginning. When you do this, you're not just checking a spiritual box. You're strengthening your foundation so that when storms come, you won't be blown over. Think about it like this: your spirit is like the roots of a tree. You don't see them, but they are the reason the tree stands tall when the wind roars. If the roots are shallow, a strong wind will topple it. But if the roots go deep into rich soil, that tree can survive the fiercest storm. Your daily spiritual practices are how you grow those deep roots. Without them, you may look strong on the outside, but one unexpected storm can shake your whole life apart. And don't wait until the storm comes to strengthen your spirit. That's like a soldier waiting until the middle of a battle to train. You prepare before the fight, not during it. Every day you pray, meditate, read uplifting truth, and choose gratitude. You are sharpening your sword, putting on your armor, and training for victory. There's also something powerful about quiet moments alone with God, moments where you lay down your worries, your plans, your fears, and simply listen. In those moments, burdens lift, clarity comes, and strength rises from within. The world is noisy, always pulling for your attention, but your spirit thrives in stillness. Silence is not empty. It's often the place where your spirit is most deeply filled. And here's what you'll notice: when your spirit is strong, it changes how you face everything else. Problems that once made you panic won't shake you as much. Words that once hurt you deeply won't have the same power over you. You'll have a quiet confidence, not because life is suddenly perfect, but because your foundation is unshakable. You'll walk through challenges with the steady assurance that you are not alone, that you are equipped, and that no weapon formed against you will prosper. When you work on your spirit daily, you begin to live from the inside out. Your peace won't depend on the news, your joy won't depend on circumstances, and your strength won't depend on whether everything goes your way. Instead, you'll be grounded in something far greater, and that will make you unstoppable. Work on gratitude. Gratitude is not just saying thank you when something good happens. It's a posture of the heart. It's a way of seeing the world, a way of living that changes how you experience life itself. Gratitude is the lens that turns ordinary days into extraordinary blessings. It's the light that reveals beauty in places you once overlooked. The truth is, gratitude is not automatic. It's not natural to the human mind to wake up and instantly notice the blessings around us. Our thoughts often lean toward what's missing, what went wrong, and what needs to be fixed. We live in a world that constantly reminds us of what we don't have. The promotion we didn't get, the dream we haven't reached, the relationship that didn't work out. And if we're not careful, we can spend our entire lives chasing more while missing the enough that's already in our hands. Working on gratitude every day is like training your eyes to see in a new way. It's deliberately shifting your focus from the storm clouds to the rays of sunshine peeking through. It's choosing to notice the breath in your lungs, the food on your table, the friends who care, the opportunities you still have, and the strength you've gained from past battles. Gratitude changes your emotional climate. You can't be truly thankful and truly bitter at the same time. You can't hold resentment and appreciation in the same hand. When you fill your mind with what you're thankful for, there's less room for complaining, jealousy, and fear. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. The darkness has no choice but to leave. But here's the thing: gratitude is not just for the good days. It's easy to be thankful when the sun is shining and everything is going your way. The real power of gratitude shows up on the hard days, when the job falls through, when the bills pile up, when the news isn't what you hoped for. It's in those moments you have to dig deep and say, I will still find something to thank God for. Because gratitude is not ignoring pain, it's refusing to let pain blind you to the good that's still present. Some of the most grateful people you'll ever meet are not the ones who have the most, They are the ones who make the most of what they have. They've learned that joy isn't found in more possessions, but in a richer perspective. They've chosen to stop waiting for life to be perfect before they celebrate it. One of the most powerful habits you can form is starting and ending your day with gratitude. In the morning, list 3 things you're thankful for before you even touch your phone. At night, reflect on the blessings you experienced that day, even if they were small, like a smile from a stranger or a moment of unexpected peace. Over time, this rewires your brain to naturally look for the good instead of fixating on the bad. Gratitude also has a way of unlocking more blessings in your life. When you appreciate what you have, you handle it better. And when you handle it better, you position yourself for more. It's like telling the world and God, I'm ready for more because I value what I already have. Think about this every day. Someone is praying for the very things you take for granted. The roof over your head, the freedom to make choices, the health to get out of bed. The moment you remember that, your perspective changes. Suddenly, what felt small feels significant. What felt ordinary becomes a miracle. Gratitude doesn't just change your day, it changes you. Work on your health. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through every dream, every assignment, every challenge, and every victory. You can have the clearest vision, the strongest faith, the best ideas in the world. But if your health fails, everything else becomes harder. That's why working on your health every day isn't just about looking good or fitting into a certain size. It's about honoring the vessel that's been entrusted to you so you can run your race with strength and endurance. We often think of health only when something goes wrong, when the diagnosis comes, when the pain starts, when energy is gone. But true health is built in the unseen, daily choices long before crisis ever knocks on the door. It's in the glass of water you drink instead of the soda. It's in the 30 minutes of movement you choose instead of another hour of scrolling. It's in the decision to rest instead of running yourself into the ground. Your body is remarkable. It can heal, adapt, and grow stronger when treated well. But it can also break down when neglected. You can't expect your body to carry you far if you don't give it the care it needs. Just as you wouldn't pour cheap fuel into a high-performance car, you shouldn't fill your body with things that rob it of energy and strength. Every bite you eat, every step you take, every hour of sleep you give yourself, it's either building your future or breaking it down. Taking care of your health is not selfish. It's an act of love. For yourself, for the people who depend on you, and for the purpose you've been called to fulfill. When you have energy, you can show up fully for your family, your work, your calling. When your mind is clear because your body is nourished, you make better decisions. When your body is strong, you have the endurance to keep going when others would give up. And it's not just about physical health. Your mental and emotional health matter just as much. The stress you carry, the thoughts you dwell on, the people you surround yourself with, all of these affect your overall well-being. Your body responds to your mind. That's why laughter, rest, and peace are just as important as exercise and nutrition. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is to step away from chaos, breathe deeply, and remind yourself that you are more than the problems in front of you. You also have to remember small steps matter. You don't have to run a marathon tomorrow. You don't have to completely overhaul your diet in one night. Start with something you can do today. A 10-minute walk, a piece of fruit instead of a bag of chips, going to bed 30 minutes earlier. The power is in consistency. Little by little, you will feel the difference. And when you feel better, you do better. Your health is an investment, not an expense. The time you spend taking care of yourself pays you back with years of life, strength in your step, and clarity in your mind. But neglect will cost you, sometimes more than you're willing to pay. You cannot buy back energy once it's gone. You cannot rewind time to fix what years of neglect have damaged. The best time to care for your health is not tomorrow. It's today. Think about it. Your purpose deserves the best version of you, not the tired, burnt out, running on fumes version. The strong, focused, energized version, the version that can say yes to opportunities without hesitation because you have the strength to follow through. The version that shows up for life with power and joy because you've made your health a daily priority. Work on your relationships. No matter how gifted, talented, or determined you are, you were never created to walk through life alone. The people you surround yourself with will either build you up or tear you down. They will either fan the flames of your purpose or slowly suffocate it. That's why working on your relationships every day is not optional, it's essential. The truth is, relationships are not static. They're either growing stronger or drifting apart. They either deepen with time or weaken with neglect. A strong friendship, a loving marriage, a meaningful partnership, these don't just happen by accident. They are built intentionally, one conversation, one act of kindness, one sacrifice at a time. We live in a world where it's easy to get distracted by tasks and personal goals. But at the end of the day, life's richest rewards are tied to the people we share it with. You can reach the top of your career, but if you arrive there alone, without love, without genuine connection, the victory will feel hollow. People matter, relationships matter, and they require daily attention. Working on your relationship starts with being present. Not just physically present, but emotionally and mentally engaged. You can sit across from someone and still be miles away in your mind. Put down the phone, look them in the eyes. Listen, really listen, not just to reply, but to understand. When people feel heard, they feel valued. And when they feel valued, trust grows. But relationships also require giving. It's not enough to receive love and encouragement. You must give it. Speak life into the people around you. Tell them what they mean to you while you still have the chance. A kind word can lift a weary heart. A small act of service can heal a broken spirit. Too often we wait for big moments to show appreciation, but it's the consistent little things that make relationships thrive. You also have to protect your relationships from the things that corrode them: pride, bitterness, unspoken resentment, and neglect. Pride keeps you from apologizing. Bitterness makes you keep score. Unspoken resentment turns silence into distance. And neglect quietly erodes the connection until you wake up one day and realize the closeness you once had is gone. That's why working on relationships daily means having the courage to address issues quickly, the humility to admit when you're wrong, and the grace to forgive when you've been wronged. And then there's the other side of this, the people you allow into your life. Your circle shapes your mindset, your habits, and even your future. If you walk with people who are constantly negative, who tear others down, who live without vision or discipline, it will eventually affect you. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who encourage your dreams, who speak faith and hope into your life, you will rise to a higher level. Choose wisely. The wrong company can derail your destiny. The right company can accelerate it. Relationships are like gardens. They need daily watering, time, attention, and care. They need pruning, removing harmful patterns, toxic influences, and unhealthy dynamics. And they need protection from weeds, those small issues that, if ignored, can overtake the beauty you've worked so hard to grow. The more you invest, the more you'll reap. And here's the thing, strong relationships don't just make life sweeter. They make you stronger. When life gets heavy, the people who love you will help carry the load. When you feel like giving up, they'll remind you why you started. When you succeed, they'll be the ones cheering the loudest, not because of what you've achieved, but because of who you are to them. Work on your discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the quiet force that turns dreams into reality, intentions into action, and potential into achievement. Talent will get you noticed, passion will get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades and the obstacles rise. Here's the truth: most people know what they need to do. They know the habits that would make their lives better. They know the steps that would move them closer to their goals. But knowing isn't enough. You can have the best plan in the world, but without discipline, that plan is nothing more than ink on paper. Discipline is the decision to follow through no matter how you feel in the moment. Feelings are fickle. They change with the weather, the mood, the news you hear that day. If you wait to feel like doing something, you will never reach your full potential. Discipline steps in when motivation runs out. It says, I will show up, not because I feel like it, but because I said I would. Think about it. Every great athlete, artist, leader, or innovator you admire didn't get there by accident. They got there by showing up consistently day after day, even when they didn't see immediate results. They trained when no one was watching. They practiced when they were tired. They worked when others were sleeping. That's the power of discipline. It makes you do what needs to be done long after the initial excitement is gone. But discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. You will have days when you stumble. You will have moments when you fall short. The difference between the disciplined and the undisciplined is that the disciplined person gets back up and keeps going. They don't waste time in guilt or self-pity. They adjust, learn, and continue moving forward. Discipline also requires boundaries. You cannot say yes to everything and expect to stay focused on what matters most. Every yes is also a no to something else. Discipline is the courage to say no to distractions, temptations, and shortcuts so you can say yes to your purpose. That might mean waking up earlier, turning off the TV, putting the phone away, or walking away from environments that pull you off track. And here's something important: discipline is contagious. When you live a disciplined life, it inspires the people around you. Your consistency becomes an example to your family, your friends, your co-workers. They may not say it out loud, but they notice when you follow through. Your actions speak louder than any advice you could give. At its core, discipline is about self-respect. It's about valuing your time, your energy, and your calling enough to steward them well. It's telling yourself, I am worth the effort. My future is worth the sacrifice. My purpose is worth the work. It's refusing to let laziness, procrastination, or distraction steal what you were created to do. And the beautiful thing about discipline is that it compounds over time. The small choices you make today may not seem like much, but they add up. Reading a few pages a day can turn into finishing dozens of books in a year. Saving a small amount of money regularly can build a strong financial foundation. Exercising a little each day can transform your health. The results may be invisible at first, but with time, discipline always delivers. When you work on your discipline every day, you become the kind of person who can be trusted. Trusted by others, trusted by God, and trusted by yourself. You stop relying on chance and start building a life on purpose. Work on your vision. Vision is more than a dream. It's more than a goal written in a journal or a picture on a vision board. True vision is a fire inside of you. Something that burns so deeply that even when life throws storms your way, that flame keeps on glowing. Vision is what gives your daily grind meaning. It's what takes the ordinary and makes it extraordinary. Without vision, you're just moving. But with vision, you're moving towards something. Every day, you must feed your vision, because life has a way of making you forget. The noise, the pressure, the disappointments, they will all try to blur your focus. People will tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to aim lower. And if you're not careful, you'll start believing that maybe your vision was too big, too risky, or too far away. But vision isn't about what's easy. It's about what's necessary. You weren't given your vision to fit in. You were given it to rise above, to create, to break generational cycles, to become a living example of what's possible when someone refuses to settle. That's why you must remind yourself every day, why did I start? Who am I doing this for? Where am I going? Because if you lose sight of your why, your how will begin to crumble. Vision gives pain a purpose. It's what allows you to push through fatigue, to stay faithful when no one's clapping, and to keep sowing seeds even when the soil looks dry. It whispers to your soul, keep going. This will all make sense one day, but only if you protect it. You protect your vision by being intentional. Write it down. Speak it over yourself. Picture it in your mind every morning before the world has a chance to distract you. Vision is like a muscle. The more you engage it, the stronger it becomes. The less you use it, the more it fades into the background of your life. You also protect it by filtering what influences you. Not every voice deserves access to your vision. Some people will never see what you see, and that's okay. It wasn't given to them, it was given to you. Don't shrink your vision to match their limited imagination. Don't water down your purpose to make others comfortable. Your calling requires courage. The courage to be misunderstood, the courage to stand alone, the courage to keep building even when the foundation looks empty. Every day, choose to live in alignment with your vision. That means your habits, your words, your thoughts, and your decisions should all point in the same direction. When they don't, you create confusion. But when they do, you create momentum. And once momentum starts building, doors begin to open, strength begins to rise, and what once felt impossible starts looking inevitable. But vision, no matter how powerful, requires action. It's not enough to be inspired. You must be committed. Inspiration may spark the vision, but discipline and faith sustain it. Keep taking steps even when they're small. Keep showing up even when you feel unseen. Keep speaking life over your future even when the present feels silent. Because the vision is real, and every day you work on it, you're getting closer. So work on your vision daily. Don't let it collect dust in the corner of your mind. Don't allow fear, doubt, or discouragement to bury it beneath routine. Nurture it. Protect it. Speak life into it. Because your vision isn't just about you. It's about the lives that will be touched through you. It's about the legacy you'll leave, the doors you'll open, and the chains you'll break for others simply by choosing not to give up. When you stay connected to your vision, you don't just survive life. You live it with fire, with focus, and with unshakable purpose.